Hello viewers, welcome to Rice Living Natural Health TV. My name is Simon Peter, and on today's talk show we'll be talking about stroke. We will look at stroke, the types of stroke, the signs and symptoms of stroke, and then we'll look at the causes and the possible treatments. Now stroke refers to a medical emergency. It is a life-threatening condition that happens when part of the brain is not able to get enough blood flow. Now this usually happens due to a blocked artery or bleeding in the brain. What are the types of stroke? There are different types of stroke, but for the purpose of this video, today we'll be looking at just the major two categories of stroke. Now stroke can either be ischemic or hemorrhagic. What is ischemic stroke? Ischemic stroke is a stroke that occurs when the brain is not able to get enough blood and oxygen. It leads to ischemic stroke. Now this usually happens due to a blocked artery or in some rare cases in the vein. Now when the brain doesn't get enough oxygen and nutrients, it begins to mount pressure on that part of the brain, and then the cells in that part of the brain that doesn't have enough oxygen will begin to die. About 87% of all strokes are ischemic stroke. Next we have the hemorrhagic stroke. Hemorrhagic stroke is a stroke that occurs due to internal bleeding. When the brain begins to bleed or there's internal bleeding, it leads to hemorrhagic stroke, and about 13% of all stroke are hemorrhagic. Now, who is likely to have stroke? Anybody can have stroke. Even a little child can have stroke. We've seen cases where children contract stroke, because stroke can be hereditary or it can be transferred. It can occur due to a history in the family. So anybody can contract stroke, but adults from 65 years of age are more likely to have stroke. So now, what are the symptoms of stroke? What are those signs and symptoms that when you watch out, you should seek for urgent medical attention? We have 1, inability to move body parts. When you see someone complaining that I can't move this part of my body, I can't move my neck, I can't move my hands or something, you should watch out. That could possibly be a sign of stroke. Another one, we have numbness and weakness in the face, arm or leg. Once someone begins complaining that I'm having some numbness on part of my face or my arm or my leg, it's another sign to watch out for. What about blurriness of vision? Someone close to you complaining that I can't see in my eye or in both eyes, my vision is blurred. That is another sign to watch out for. We also have difficulty speaking. When the person cannot speak or understand, is trying to speak, or he or she is trying to speak, but then the person is having complication. That is another sign to watch out for. And then we also have loss of balance, which is one of the major signs. The person begins to lose balance where he or she wants to walk. The person you will have to assist he or her, maybe with a walking stick. So those are the signs to watch out. So when you see all of these signs in a person, then you should know that he or she needs urgent medical attention. Now you will be wondering, what are those causes of stroke? What leads to stroke? If I should see all these signs in somebody around me, or a relative or a friend, a colleague, what are those things to do? So the causes of this ailment called stroke, there are different things that can cause or trigger it. But for the purpose of this video, we are going to look at the medical attention, medical cases that are related to stroke. And one of the medical cases that are related to stroke, we have high blood pressure. We know that as an adult, from the age of 35, 40, 50, thereabouts, you should always check your blood pressure and ensure that it is on the safe side. So once you're always going for blood pressure tests and you notice that your blood pressure is very high, you should pay attention to it, because when the blood pressure gets very high and it's not attended to, it could lead to what we call hypertension, and hypertension will result in stroke. Another thing to pay attention to is high cholesterol. You'll be wondering, what is cholesterol? Cholesterol is a substance in the body that helps to produce the cell membrane. It also helps to create bile and then vitamin D in the body. But when cholesterol is too high in our body, it can lead or result to stroke. Another thing is blood clotting. So there are different things that lead to blood clotting in the body, which is why regular checkup is very, very important. So clotting of the blood is very dangerous. When blood begins to clot, it can also lead to internal bleeding, which is the hemorrhagic stroke. So you need to pay attention to it. Then what are those things we should do when you notice all these signs in a person that he or she is showing the signs of stroke? What are those things that you should do? How can we treat it? The best thing to do is to seek for medical attention. But we also have a quick solution and remedy for the stroke. And one of it is, once you notice that someone has stroke and you see all of these signs and symptoms that have been listed, the first thing you can do, you should go and get snail. Get snail as much as you can wash the snail, the shell and the body. Once you wash it, the very tip of the snail, of the shell, you cut it out and then drain out the water in a very clean bottle or glass or maybe a jar. Once you drain it out, get a tin of milk and pour it into the water that you drain out of the snail shell. Then next, you can also add alligator pepper. Then stir it evenly. Give it to the person 3 teaspoons in the morning, in the afternoon and the evening. Another quick remedy you can use is bitter kola. Bitter kola is very effective in treating of stroke. So other remedies you can also use, we have things like the avocados, we have legumes, we have tomato. Tomato is very high in lycopene, which helps to work as an antioxidant. So that antioxidant in tomato will help to treat the stroke. We also have other things like the egg. Eating of egg, the protein in egg is very important in treating stroke. So when you try all of these things that I've mentioned, you begin to see fast results in treating of stroke. And I hope you get results, and we are waiting to share your testimony. So thank you for watching our video. This is Right Living Natural Health TV. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, don't forget to click on the subscription button on your screen, like this video, share, recommend to your friend, and please don't forget to leave a comment if you have any question about the topic that we discussed or in our subsequent videos, and we'll get back to you soon. Thank you for watching and stay tuned.